Hi everyone, grab a cuppa. We are talking about, well, something I didn't know about until last year, and I'm thinking that a lot of you don't know about it because it's really just kind of gaining ground and understanding. And in the plant-based world, we learn about certain things and then more awareness shifts over time. And I've been plant-based for over 25 years and just found out about this last year. And how I learned, which is interesting, was with one of my members in our fascia flow group. We were talking after class about the health of your fascia and recovery, and also recipes because that comes up. And this lovely woman who she passed away just this past winter. So this is a little nod to you, Barbara, if you're listening out there. Thank you for introducing me to sea moss, gel, and sea moss in general, because it was her excitement about using it herself that had me look into it. Now, I'll preface this by saying, well, I'm already into it, but brands of sea moss vary greatly. I've tried a couple from Amazon. The taste is nasty. And I don't just mean it doesn't taste good in the sense that, some medicinal things or herbal tonics taste yucky and you have to get it down. They sometimes taste like they are not fresh, okay? So you really want to find a good brand. And I have an amazing brand, which happens to be local. So I scored on this because right after Barbara was talking about sea moss, maybe about a month later, a couple months, it was summer, I went to our local farmer's market and found a stall with sea moss. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to try this. So they make the actual gel, which you can find online, but they also have this process of freeze drying the sea moss. And I'm pretty sure they're the only people freeze drying it. And the taste and texture and the product is just exceptional. Like, I cannot speak highly enough about it. And I want to show you everything today. So I'm going to start with their sea moss gel. So the company is called Survival Moss. They're here in the BC area. And they will ship, so you can go to their site and learn more. This is their standard sea moss gel, and you can see it doesn't really have a color. If you smell it, it doesn't have a strong smell, and some of them do. Some of them have that like kind of sea smell, and I greatly dislike nori and seaweed. Like, I won't have any of that. I cannot stand the smell. It makes me gag. And this is fine. So the original or unflavored sea moss gel is really good to add to anything. You can add it to smoothies, oatmeal. You can stir it into a pudding, yogurt. You can use it in a salad dressing. I made a dressing the other night and added some to my dressing. And the reason I do that is because it's sometimes hard to remind my family. Well, I can remind them. It's not hard for me to remind them. It's hard for them to listen to me, to take it, right? Because they're like, oh, I forgot. I'm like, most of you people are grown-ass adults. Just take it. Anyhow, I won't rant on about that too much. If I put it into something, I know at least they're getting some. And then this is their other product, which is like an applesauce. They call it sweet cinnamon gel. And I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to take some. That's what it looks like. It looks like applesauce. It has a light cinnamon flavor. And I'm going to tell you, last year I tried this product and it was good. This year, it's amazing. They have refined the process, refined their recipe. This tastes amazing, and it doesn't have a weird texture. Like, sometimes it can feel a little bit gel-like, if you're doing agar. Anyone who knows agar and you've cooked with agar, that kind of gel-like quality that really needs to be processed, it's smooth. So here it is. Look at that. Looks like applesauce. It's smooth. And I'm going to take a big spoonful. It actually tastes good. Unlike the other sea moss gels that I've tasted, they tasted bad. They actually tasted not fresh. And so I really encourage you not to just kind of find any brand on Amazon, because you're probably getting some sketchy stuff sometimes when it comes to food. Anyhow, this is a flavor that kids will like because it tastes very much like applesauce. You could stir it into applesauce. You can add it to, recipes that have a little cinnamon flavor. Add that to recipes. Now, here's the brilliant thing about their products. So these will last in the fridge, I think it's a month. And then if you have some, say you've had it open 2 to 3 weeks and you're getting concerned that you don't want it to spoil, just scoop some or put it in ice cube trays and freeze, and it's fine. So you can do little portions and freeze. But here is their sea moss. I'm pretty sure this is proprietary, like they are the only people doing freeze-dried sea moss. Just look at the color, really fresh and clean looking. Also, I have tried making sea moss gel, okay? So I've done this stuff. I've tried making sea moss gel. It's a pain in the bum. And I never ever got it close to tasting fresh like theirs. So it's really worth, to me, not having to put the time and that investment of effort and time to try to make something when they have it mastered. So here's their freeze-dried product, and it comes with a little scoop. So you can see that. Whoop! Comes with a little scoop. There you go. And they say, I just have to put on my readers, they say on this, freeze-dried sea moss is intended to be used like instant coffee. You only need to rehydrate your next portion, not the entire bag. So it's use, rehydrate as you go. And this will keep for years. Because it's been freeze-dried, it will keep and keep, and it's super light. So if you're not in BC and you can't get your hands on the prepared gel, and it's a little expensive to ship the prepared gel, get yourself this. It will last and last, and it's worth the money, guys. So again, you can add it to something. So for instance, I have like a little chocolate oatmeal here. I can just add that in. I have added it to water and just downed it in the water, and it was fine. So I'm just going to stir that in a little bit and take that. Hopefully I won't have chocolate in my teeth after. You don't even taste it. You don't even taste it. Now, people say, why take sea moss? What's the big deal? It is so high in minerals. It is so good for your immune system, for muscle recovery, for my people in the fascia flow world. It's good for your fascial health and recovery after we do a class. And I'm going to read from their card here what the benefits are. Contains 92 minerals, supports your heart, promotes good digestion, so good for gut health, helps manage weight, great for after workouts, improves libido, supports hair, skin, and nails. We know people are out there, tons of like collagen supplements. Something like this is going to be really good for your skin, your nail growth, your hair growth, healthy hair, improves metabolism, immune system, and promotes healthy thyroid. And I just want to share with you, so 2 scoops of this, and there's no fat for people who are concerned about fat. Of course, no cholesterol. It's a plant food, so no cholesterol. It has 25 milligrams of calcium, 2.5 milligrams of iron, 188 milligrams of potassium, vitamin C, E, K, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, folate, phosphorus, iodine. It has 37 micrograms of iodine, magnesium, 50 milligrams, has chloride, manganese, copper, zinc. So they have even more details on their website that you can hop over and learn about survival moss. And I just think any of us who are, one, just want to have optimal wellness, two, perhaps over 50, but you don't have to be over 50, but you know, as you age, you do sometimes look for products that are going to enhance your energy, your vitality. And for me, I'm very active. I do my fascia flow work. I do that every day. Most days I'm on my trampoline. I play tennis, so I'm on the go a lot. And that recovery as you age, it's not what it was like when you were 20 and 30. So this will help support that. The other thing that Survival Moss has, which I love, is they have medicinal mushrooms. So they have wild foraged chaga mushrooms. Mine's already opened. And this is freeze-dried organic lion's mane. And again, it's a powder, so you can add it to something, add it to a smoothie, really easy to take. Lion's mane is known to be super good for brain health. Focus, you know, like having that focused energy to work. It's also good for your digestion. I'm sure they have more on their site about lion's mane. And then chaga. I am loving this. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like in the package. These are the smaller nubs because I've used some of them already. Here you go, you can see. And I bought this bag last summer, and the sweetest people started this company. So I remember Amani said to me that she steeps it and just kind of has it out and enjoys it during the day. And then she said, reuse the chaga. Like, don't throw it out, reuse it. Put it in the fridge and reuse it. That's what I've been doing. So I have a couple of nuggets in the fridge. I steep them most days, have a little cup of chaga tea. It tastes great, it tastes fine. It almost has like a very light mallowy flavor. It doesn't taste nasty, it doesn't taste like mushrooms. It almost has a really light caramel flavor. And I'm gonna tell you guys now, during the winter, my family were like little germs going through my house all fall and winter. It's that, you know, post-COVID thing, right? Where everyone's contracting a lot of viruses. And between doing my fascia flow work and connecting with the internal immune system and boosting it and taking the chaga tea, my immune system was pretty robust all season. I got one cold, but I was like robust through many rounds of nasties coming through the house. So I credit a lot of that to taking my chaga tea. I know it's really good for immunity, and it's so handy because, like I said, I keep it in the fridge, boil it, let it cool, put it back in the fridge, and you can do that many times until you start to see perhaps that it's not pulling out as much of the chaga essence. But I've reused mine for months. So anyhow, really amazing product. And again, lightweight. So I cannot say enough good stuff about Survival Moss and their products. And I think it would be amazing if you could try the gel because it tastes so good, the applesauce. But if it's kind of cost prohibitive to ship, I'm not sure, then try the freeze-dried. You can't go wrong. See what you think. Reach out if you have any questions. Either I will answer, or I'm sure the team at Survival Moss would be happy to answer. And I've just started working with them because, as you know, I affiliate with brands that I use and love, and that's it. Brands I use and love, and that's it. And Survival Moss is right at the top. So if you link through, you can use code Dreena for 10% off. Okay, and I hope you give it a try and love it as much as I do. So reach out if you have questions, and make a salad dressing. Add it to your salad dressing or this. Okay, we'll see you soon.